Hey, you did it. So, this is my standard kind of short ride in Florida, given that it's miles and miles and miles to get to anything that looks like a twisty. So, just to get some time in, keep the bike fresh and me fresh, I have decided, actually I have a standard route that I take, and trying these goggles on for the first time, and it's been cold the last several days, so we got a little warmth today, and we're gonna go for a ride. So far the goggles are being pushed down a little bit too much by my helmet. They might not work. They'd have to just use sunglasses. About the 360 camera is that all the turning, all the directional control of the camera happens in post. The camera's mounted, it's taking a sphere of images, and all you do is just let it sit there. You don't really direct it in any way while you're riding, so you can focus on the ride. The only thing that you have to do with the camera is start it and stop it when you want to. So in this case, I look down the road. I actually may not be looking in that direction at all. I just selected that view of the sphere for the image, and then the editing software with Gopro lets me determine actually a road map over the sphere to travel and convert into a linear file like this. So if I'm looking sideways like I am now, not really looking sideways, you can see I'm just swinging around, taking a look at my face. Now, in this image, I'm a mouth breather because I have the goggles adjustment tightened up so the lenses are close together, and because the helmet is pushing down on these goggles, it squeezed my nose shut, so I had to pull over here and GoPro stop recording, take them off, and I'm trying to give it voice controls, the camera voice controls, to stop recording, and even stopped with the motor noise. It doesn't respond, so now I'm trying to stop this with my gloves. Not an easy task. And we're off again. So I got this GoPro primarily for riding up in the mountains of North Carolina, which we do a lot of. We go up there for the summer. And now we're moving to South Carolina, so we'll probably be riding a lot more, and always in the foothills or the mountains, so this should be coming look right, see the car, the only car coming, it goes by. And then in post, I redirected the aim of, or the path that, or part of the sphere I'm looking at, towards the side that I'm turning towards. It's pretty cool. And it's a lot easier to use than I expected. I expected it to be relatively difficult to figure out where, what part of the image I wanted to show, which way I wanted it to turn, when it turned, etc., etc. Turns out that, you know, in a day you can master that software. So when you run this 360, you have two editing programs that you would use. The first editing program is to create a roadmap through each of the 360 videos that you want to show as linear tracks, and then you export those linear tracks. It's like carving, peeling an orange. You're creating a road around the sphere in any direction you want to. Once you've exported those tracks, then you have to bring them into your regular editing program. I use what used to be Sony's movie studio. Now it's Vegas movie studio. It was sold to a company in Germany, and I've been using it for a while, so I know how to use that for transitions and edits and titles and all that kind of stuff. So it's really two steps. You got to get the first step correct, exactly the way you want it first. And then when you're sure that's the tracks that you want to show, then you bring them over to your normal editing program. So this is a first start with all this, and I think it's great. I think it worked out really well. I primarily got this to do the riding up in the North Carolina mountains. So, and this is a test of various things. So I hope you enjoyed it. I did. Thanks.